Happy morning children. Last class we completed till the types of syngamy. Right? Now we are going to see about phases of life cycle. In this class we are going to see about phases of life cycle. Phase number 1, juvenile phase. Phase number 1, juvenile phase. The period between the birth of an individual organism up to its reproductive maturity is called juvenile phase. Phase number 1, juvenile phase. The period between the birth of an individual organism up to its reproductive maturity. From the birth till the reproductive maturity phase is called it as juvenile phase. Phase 2, reproductive phase. The period where the organism has the capacity to produce young ones. It's called it as reproductive phase. What is reproductive phase? The period where the organism has the ability to reproduce and gives rise to offspring is called it as reproductive phase. Third phase, senescent phase. Third phase, senescent phase. The period where the structure and function of the organism gradually disintegrates leading to demise is called it as senescent phase, aging phase. Right? The period where the structure and function of the organism gradually get disintegrate is called it as senescent phase. Phases of life cycle. Phases of life cycle. Phase number 1, juvenile phase, from the birth till the reproductive maturity. Phase 2, reproductive phase. Ability of an organism to reproduce and give rise to offspring is called it as reproductive phase. Third phase, senescent phase. The period where the structure and function of the organism gradually get disintegrates is called it as senescent phase. In reproductive cycle, there are two types of breeders. In the reproductive cycle, there are two types of breeder. Based on it, continuous breeder and seasonal breeders. First, continuous breeder breeds throughout the year. The particular organism which have the capacity to breed, reproduce throughout the year is called it as continuous breeder. Example, human. Very good example, human. Guinea pig, rat. They are called it as continuous breeder. They have the capacity to breed throughout the year. Second type of breeder, seasonal breeder. Breeds during only a specific season, like dog, cat, sheep, battle. These are the organism which breeds only during the time of particular season. They are called it as seasonal breeder. In reproductive cycle, there are two types of breeders, continuous breeder, seasonal breeder. What about the human? Humans are continuous breeder. What about the dog, cat? They are all seasonal breeder. Listen children, for upcoming your unit test, you must read well in your biology portion. We updated some of the PDF format files. Right? You must read the PDF file fully. Then prepare for your exam. In that exam, we will ask 5 mark, 3 mark, 2 marks, 1 marks. 1 marks, I hope everybody know different types of pattern we will ask. As we already asked in 11th standard, like assess and reason, picture based question, then match the following, etc. So be prepared well. We will forward the PDF. I hope we forwarded the video. Right? As well as I forwarded PDF format. Go through the 8 pages PDF format very well. Prepare well for your examination. Thank you children. For further explanation, watch session 2 video. Thank you children.